sleeves up for this one. 3, 2, 1. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 3, 2, 1. There we go!
Third time's the charm. And it is our third recording. Well, welcome back to OK Diva! Okay, Diva, let's get right into it. There is a dinosaur.
There's a dinosaur. Girl, there's a Clitosaurus Rex. Girls, you would not believe the shit that I've been getting up to. Your girl's been naughty. She's been getting blackout recently. Quite a lot, actually.
Quite a lot. That is an understatement.
And one of the events of me being blackout, I stole someone's life-size T-Rex balloon from their house at a house party we went to.
That's not all you stole.
What else did I steal?
My vodka.
I can be quite, honestly, I don't think there's a better... I can be diabolical when I'm blackout.
Yeah, I know. But the fact is you were blackout at that point.
I was...
Well, you were close.
I was so close that the memory of that moment feels like the edge of blackout to me. Because the next thing I have memory-wise...
I'm on the edge
of coming. Having my moment of orgasm.
Anyway.
No, because literally I have a memory of me stealing the vodka from you. Then my next memory is me sitting outside with some random guy named Tate and sitting there for like 2 hours talking to him.
Shout out Tate.
I don't know who that man is. I don't know what I even spoke about with him. I don't remember. I was blackout. Anyway, I stole this, and not only that, I woke up the next day and I was so fucked. But a couple days later, because I kind of was like dead to the world for like a week,
For a week?
For like a week, it felt like a week. Forever. I'm still dead to the world now. That's what the bags are, Diva. I to my grinder a couple days later because I had 7 notifications on it, and I was like,
Grinder.
When did I get 7 notifications on Grinder? Oh, maybe it was some Saturday night, and I hopped on Grinder, and okay.
I'm waiting.
I'm so scared because wait, no, now that I'm saying it out loud, I have to kind of reveal exactly what I said, don't I?
Yeah, but you don't know, because you haven't opened them.
No, I don't know, because I think I only messaged like 3 people. But one of them was this guy I've been talking to for like a couple of weeks.
Oh.
And
Clock.
He was kind of pissing me off. Like the days before, so I kind of like started like not talking to him, like ghosting him, because I was like,
bored.
Okay, like not bored. I'm just like, I've told you what
I want.
I've literally told you the tea. Now you know how to bag a baddie, and if you ain't gonna act upon what I've given you, I've literally spelled it out. Spell it.
Spell it.
I spelled that shit out
Deep
for
cut.
Deep cut. I spelled that
Maybe
shit
we'll explain it to you one day.
out for this motherfucker. I get point by point instructions, and literally he was walking around it so hard. He was trying to find every other way to do it in a different way, and it was pissing me the fuck off. And by that I literally mean like, I was like, girl, take me on a date, which is such a crazy thing to be doing on Grindr, might I add.
I don't think so.
I think so. I don't think that's the place I should be looking for that.
You know what, but I don't think perpetuating... Well, this is just me, actually. I think hookup culture is stupid. Only, I'm saying that as a personal experience. And I thought that when I was single as well. Like, I
agree.
I felt like I did feed into it just a little bit, but not as much as I know some people do. And that includes when I did have Grindr.
See, this is the thing, right? Like, I feel like I've had my fair share of, like, random hookups, and none of them turned out well. I mean, maybe one did. But none of them turned out the way I thought they would, or how I wanted them to, really.
Fuck.
And in the years since, because I haven't really done, like, any kind of, like, one-night stands or shit with anyone for, like, a hot, like, year and a half now. Probably even longer, I would say. I literally was like walking outside today, and I was like, this should have been a move I made a long time ago, like getting rid of it, because...
What, Grindr?
Yeah.
No, yeah, Clark.
Because I just seriously was like, this has never been my tea. It's never been it. It's never been it. It's never been it. And I need to stand on that. I can stand on that.
Talking in a generalized sense, which you probably, not the best idea to do. I think people don't need to fall into the idea of a hookup culture. Like, if you like hooking up, go hook up. Like, for real. Like, yeah. I'm not stopping you. Diva, that's your prerogative.
It can be a lot of fucking
fun. That is your prerogative. Go do it. Have fun.
It can be a great time.
Stay blessed.
I'm not saying I'm swearing off it forever. Why not add either? If the moment calls for it.
If the moment arises.
But the moment hardly ever arises in the context of which I would enjoy that. But that's just me.
Do you find that, like, I don't know, after a hookup, you, like, went on, like, a spout of self-care?
No, I would go on a spout of spiraling out.
Okay. Well...
And I would have, like, a mental breakdown half the time.
Ooh, I feel... Because...
Actually, that's not true. That is so dramatic. Okay,
what do you do to wind down?
What do you mean, what do I do to wind down?
Like, self-care. Like, not necessarily in a context of, a hookup, but, like, just in general.
Honestly, this is something I've been thinking about a lot lately, because I've been kind of wondering about, like, I feel like I should be maybe implementing some more, like, self-care rituals into my life. And, like, building, like, a wind-down nightly ritual or something to, like, just wind myself down. And just,
like, just as soon as you get home from work, or just,
no, like maybe a little bit later after work, after dinner or something, where I'm just, like, I just pamper myself a little bit. Maybe, like, actually just take a little bit of, like, care.
Yeah, okay.
Because I feel like that could be a really nice little self-care ritual. Because, like, right now, I don't really... I mean, I guess the only... Like, I don't really feel like I do...
Too much for yourself?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, in self-care terms, I mean, it depends how you label it. Like, I have...
Well, I think I'm more talking about mental self-care. Like, at the end of the day, everyone has their physical self-care. Like, you have your, face wash routine, everything showers and... so forth and so on. When it comes to physical, I think I'm more referring to
mental.
Mental, yeah. Well, what's that?
Well, my mental self here is far and few between.
We know. Well, I know. You guys don't know, but I know.
This bitch knows. This bitch sees the tea.
I am his home therapist.
You literally are. You and ChatGPT.
Oh, no, not the ChatGPT.
Okay, I'm going to use it for therapy once. It's fine.
After we saw her on TikTok, because that's safe. No tea, no shade.
Ain't no pink lemonade.
Okay, not too much that. I'm actually very, I have a bachelor's degree in AI technology, so I would like to...
And what did you say when I asked, what did the ChatGPT tell you?
What did the ChatGPT? Okay, boomer.
Yeah.
The ChatGPT. Girl.
It needed the.
The AI.
THEE. The.
Megan B. Stallion. Chat GPT.
Okay, real quick, side note. I have been listening to so much Megan Thee Stallion today. It has been so freaking rewarding.
Has it been freeing?
It has been...
Has it been soothing, relieving, empowering?
Like, yeah, it has been.
As it
all her imagery of snakes and just, like, it's so beautifully wound in the context of her sound and her, like, what she does.
Mm-hmm. Megan is extremely talented.
Yes, she is.
She is an icon and a legend.
Go listen to Rattle. Go listen to Rattle. Best song right now.
What's Rattle about?
Good question. Go find out. Anyway, that was a side note. We need to get back onto self-care.
Okay, wow, we've, like, jumped a couple topics at this point.
I know.
Self-care. Well, I mean, I write.
Yeah, but, like, in what context? Like, you have your poems, but, like...
I might... Well, I guess...
That's your outlet, but is that self-care?
Whoa.
We're literally about to have a breakthrough on live television.
Is that self-care? Is an outlet not a form of self-care?
Yeah, sure it is.
Okay, well, what do you do for mental self-care? I'm actually quite curious now.
I think I reflect a lot in the sense of journal. But apart from that, I game.
Okay.
And I do when I say game, I do count gaming as a sort of what's the word? Mental relief. Dinosaur. Mental. Like, it is a form of self-care. So I guess, in a sense, anything can be really a form of self-care if you want it to be a form of self-care. But you need to know how to use it as a self-care tool, if that makes sense.
Clock.
Because I feel...
Well, then I feel like we have...
I was just going to say, I feel like when you write poetry, you just... It's a spew of words and you don't really... Well, actually, it's not true. It's not just a spew of words. That's dramatic. I mean, sometimes I'm like, does he know what he's talking about? But like,
I do know what I'm talking about.
You do know what you're talking about. So therefore, it is a form of self-care, and I'm not going to judge you for that. Well, I'm not even judging you. I just mean like...
I mean, I feel like that,
I'm not going to put words in your mouth.
That's kind of just like journaling, really. It does the same kind of thing for me. Journaling is like a much more focused and direct kind of start to end goal, whereas poetry is just like a way of clarifying an experience that can't really be put into perspective in any other capacity for me. And that is like just how I place my experiences into reality. I guess self-care rituals then, and if we're talking like that, I mean, I also like play a little bit of Fortnite. I'll have like my wind down shows. I'll sit on my little fucking mobile game apps like a little like middle-aged mom.
Diva, I get home and you're actually asleep.
I've been sleeping a lot lately when I get home because I've been very, very exhausted by my new job. If I'm working, I mean, I never used to do that at my last job.
No, that's true.
This is just really draining.
It's just like, I mean, you went from not having a job for a month to like getting back into full-time work. I mean, that's going to be
2 months. I was out of work for 2 months.
What?
Yeah.
That can't be right.
Yeah.
More than oh my god. You were literally 2/3 of living here, you've been unemployed.
Pretty much.
That can't be true.
No, it was the first month when we lived here that I lost the job. That super claim shut down.
I am gobsmacked, y'all. Like, that is...
Yeah, I know. I've literally been surviving, paying bills and everything on like... Actually, I don't even know what. A hope and a prayer.
I'm on the edge.
So, girl, I sold a bit of whole a little bit. No, I'm joking. I didn't, y'all. I'm not about that tea.
I know OnlyFans on this podcast.
Huh?
I know OnlyFans on this podcast.
Wait, only Sam's. Anyway, so when I blacked out and I was texting this guy, I literally, just to clarify the point that I wanted to quickly wrap up before we continue on more so, I only read the last couple of texts and I had been sending him paragraphs on paragraphs on paragraphs and he'd been sending paragraphs back because I like quickly skimmed it and I didn't read any of it because he was like defending himself and shit and I was like, damn, did I just clock this man being drunk as fuck? Like, I can just imagine myself passed out half drunk.
You do that a lot when you're drunk.
What?
Clock people.
I do, and I need to stop. It's bad.
His filter goes out the window and he has no self-control. It's the truth.
It's scary.
It is. For a lot of people.
This feels like an intervention. Anyway, so I can just imagine...
We love you, Sam.
I can just imagine myself sitting next to the fucking dinosaur texting this man being like... Anyway, he like said something ridiculous. I was like, I do, girl. I said some crazy shit like, this is so comically unserious that you should like turn it into a painting and hang it up next to the Mona Lisa. Like, this is dumb. Like, I was so drunk. And then the last couple of texts are all just gibberish because I couldn't spell.
Because you can't spell.
Anyway, I looked at it all and went, there, this is it.
No, that's it. Then delete.
Anyway.
Clock that. Anyway, so I think that's kind of a good intro.
Yeah.
Which brings us, I think,
I think in general, this is such an incredible time in at least my life for just having like a really deep understanding awareness of my own mental health.
Yeah.
And
I think I'm the same.
Yeah, I feel like over the last like year and a bit, there's been so much progress and work being done for myself, and I mean that just kind of happens.
So I guess we're talking about self-care and mental health today, divas. You better look in.
I hated everything about what you just did.
Good. That means it was good.
No, it means it gave me the ick.
Good. Because that means I'm doing something right. If it makes you uncomfortable, that's it.
Actually, that's a great segue. I've been really trying to make myself cognizant of things that cause me to be anxious and uncomfortable, and I'm like, let me just throw myself in the deep end with that. So, like, I guess this week I will be discovering how to make lame commentary and be comfortable with that.
Someone has to keep a flow of this podcast. It can't just all be
I
gibberish.
was literally about to say something of importance, and you cut me off to go.
Diva, you do that 90% of the episode. Each episode. Go on. What was so important?
You know what?
Is this the thanks I get for the No one wants your feet out on the podcast.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
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 Go on. What was so
Oh
important?
my god, I don't even know anymore. I don't even know anymore. Leave me alone. I want to go to sleep. Okay, what was so important? Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, we definitely. I kind of feel like, well, we could talk about it. Is that boring?
No.
Is that like funny though?
Why does every episode have to be funny?
Because low-key, the last few episodes have felt like hella serious.
You're just referring to the queer episodes. Every other episode has been funny.
That's right. It has been.
Anyway. Go on.
Okay. So I don't even know anymore. I had a train of thought and you just cut it off, bitch.
Good.
You stopped the train.
Finally.
Now I'm like bent over and I'm blown up.
Oh, how turntables.
This is so funny because it's like you're just poking me to say something whilst actually having literally nothing of value to add to this podcast. So far.
Oh, I can talk about my mental health and how I'm secure and you're not. But I don't think that's interesting.
You're walking a fine motherfucking line, motherfucker. The ice is thin and it's cracking under the weight.
Okay, Denali.
Baby, Denali would skate on top. You would fall through. Baby, crunch. Walrus.
You said, I thought you were going to say elephant for a second.
No, baby. Walrus, the elephant of the sea.
Yeah.
I know something about
Get
size
defensive.
weight. Get defensive. You know what? Yeah.
Oh, what was that?
I am going to get defensive.
Because this is a serious topic. That we're not.
I'm going to get defensive because I'm not secure, apparently. Actually, low-key. No, we're getting there.
Yeah, of course.
We're getting there.
Everyone can get there.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Exactly.
We're doing incredibly
As long as you want to do the work.
I mean,
course.
if this week has been... I'm going to put my feet up for a change.
Yep.
If this week has been proof of anything, it has been nothing if not to show me that in the face of things that once upon a time caused me to spiral into a deep dark pit,
Clock it.
I actually know exactly what my intentions are.
Clog it.
I know exactly who I am.
Clog it.
I know exactly where my heart is positioned. And I moved on.
Clock it.
The anxiety was there for about 5 minutes, and it was only there from the uncomfortability of the presence of such things occurring.
Yeah.
And that's something I'm really enjoying. I'm really enjoying this, like, as this year's gone on, I've made such a huge effort of, like, specifically around anxiety, because I feel like that, for me, it has always been my little tiny cracking point.
Yeah.
Where I can build castles and kingdoms of, you know, security and positivity and a strong well-being, but a tiny little bit of anxiety can find the right crack and make it all crumble.
Yeah, of course. I mean, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And I, if I'm being honest with you, I think I'm somewhat similar. I think I think anxiety and whatnot are clearly always going to be on the rise, especially in a generation where we're so obsessed with social media and whatnot.
A million voices.
A million voices.
I've got a song in my head and I can't figure out because of, like, it's something to do with that, and it's like irking me and I can't remember what.
Is it from? Yeah, it's A Million Stars from Greatest Showman.
That's the Greatest Show. Oh, Hugh Jackman's so hot.
I have never thought that. Go to sleep. To be honest with you,
I never used to think that, and then I saw him.
I think he's a very handsome man, but
Yeah.
I personally don't find him attractive.
I didn't find him attractive for like the longest time, and it's not until recently where I've seen him like it's like a very few specific things he's been in. Like,
Didn't you say that during Deadpool and Wolverine? I think you said he was on.
I said he was hot, but that was just like at a like, oh, he's hot.
Recency bias.
Not recency bias. No, that was just like you couldn't look at someone and admit they're hot, but like that's not where he is hot. Like there's a few things he's in, like especially when he's younger, that it's like.
Like a dungeon dragon. Like a dungeon dragon.
But it's literally just me as the grunge crawling across Hugh Jackman's walls.
Grunge?
Yes.
I mean the grudge.
The grunge.
The grunge. It's the Grinch and the grudge.
Every single time I say it, because I think to myself, oh, it's not the grudge, it's the grunge. I got it wrong last time, I need to get it right this time. And I say it again, and then I'm fucked up again. Can you imagine me crawling across a wall with a long black weave on, like, chasing hot men?
Can we do a TikTok of that?
Me when I'm an abs chaser. Oh, me when I'm a pecs chaser. Me when I'm a man chaser. Me when I'm a hair chaser.
Anyway, so when it comes to your mental health, and
hunting.
if you want to be a diva, then you need to get your mental health checked.
Oh, clock that. Now, a diva doesn't necessarily...
A diva is a female version of a hustler, as Beyonce would like to say. But we don't see hustler as a bad thing. Because...
Hustler is literally a good thing.
Well, no, actually, it was actually... Like, if you ask anyone of, like, an older generation, they actually see hustler as a bad thing. Because you, like, scam people. That's what a hustler is. That's literally...
What?
That's literally the definition of a hustler.
I thought it was someone that just works a lot.
No, that's what it is now. Someone who hustles is different to someone who is a hustler.
Legitimating me today, Queen.
I know.
Girl, what the fuck? How did I not know that?
But, so... I'm choosing to believe that's what Beyonce meant. And that's just the truth. That's the tea. That is the...
Honeybee.
Honeybee. Queen Bee.
Queen Bee.
We love you, Beyonce. Come onto our podcast.
Beyonce. Get on OK Diva.
Okay, Diva.
So yes, continue. A diva is what's very self-aware of where their mental health is at. And
exactly.
they're taking the steps to take care of themselves.
And we want all of our divas in Diva Nation to have that moment of clarity for themselves. Because at the end of the day, we are surrounded by so much shit.
We're surrounded by so much hate in the world.
Yes, exactly.
And
Negativity.
negative people that will try and tear you
Negativity.
down.
No, like literally, like it is so crazy. I
And
think
they
we already
have-
said in a previous episode that we can't stand negative people. So to clock onto that, it's even more. It's even more important when it comes into a factor of your own mental health. Like,
Do you think being a negative person always stems from having poor mental health? Or can it just be a genuine personality flaw?
That's a good point.
I was just thinking about that because I was like, because like sometimes I look at negative people and
But
I'm
it
like,
also might be
maybe you're just
experience.
born that way. What? Life
Also-
experience.
I mean, someone
So
who's
a personality flaw.
well, someone who's surrounded by negative people are gonna grow up negative. That nurture versus nature kind of thing.
So a personality flaw.
Oh God, nurture versus nature is such an interesting concept to me.
Really?
Yeah, well, just like what makes people tick, I think.
Well, it's both. I don't think it should ever be nurture versus nature. I think it always should be framed as nurture and nature. In my opinion. Because, like, I think everyone is a combination of both of those things.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yes. Yes.
Would you like to elaborate? I feel like you've got thoughts and feelings about this.
No, I really actually don't.
Oh, okay.
I think all my thoughts went out the window when you said nurture and nature.
Did I just reconceptualize what it means to you?
No, not necessarily. I think there is a. I mean, like. I don't know. I have nothing else to add to this conversation.
You brought something up and you actually don't even think about it. Me when I accidentally brought up mental health, I was like, wait.
Now we're framing the whole episode about it.
Christ.
So, I think. This is actually the craziest episode so far because.
Would you go on Squid Games?
The fuck? Mental health, Squid Games. You know what? No. No, I wouldn't.
No, I don't think okay.
I would die. I can happily say that now, that I would die.
No, because like low key, it takes me back to that one interview that Lady Gaga did in 2011, where she said, "What would you do?" Like when the interviewer asked her, "What would you do if you could do anything and like not die?" And she was like, "Kill myself" or something like that. Like if I could do anything and not die, I'd do Squid Games.
So you'd watch everyone else around you die so you get the prize?
No, it's not for the prize. I'm imagining I die pretty quickly, but like I come back to life and leave. I'm just like, oh, I didn't actually think about watching mass people die.
That's gonna fuck you up for life.
Yeah, I hadn't thought that far into it. That's like witnessing genocide, low-key.
We're about to segue to genocide, aren't we?
No, we're not. No. Well,
Reel it back, yeah. Good plan. I like that plan. Yeah.
Oh my god, I literally had not thought about that. That is crazy. That literally would traumatize you for life.
Yeah. And
Okay, if I could do anything without being traumatized for life, I'll just Squid Games.
we're just silly goofy mood tonight, guys. It is a bit late.
I think I just like reality game shows.
You really do.
I think
really, really, really do.
And I don't
specifically Drag Race.
Drag Race, and to me Squid Games is just like a deathly
Have you not seen Squid Games, like the live action,
Yeah, I watched it very quickly.
The challenge.
Yeah, I watched it all in like a day.
Was it easy? Was it?
I liked it. I thought it was extremely random. Okay, so essentially like 4 episodes of the season, there's all these random people that we get to know and love, and then out of nowhere they all get eliminated in one game, and the next round because there's like hundreds of people there, and you just never see half of them because they don't have time to show them all. So they randomly start with a whole new cast halfway through, and they're all gay. Because literally the whole season there's not one gay person.
Okay, Diva.
No, literally, like the whole season, you're like, why is there no gay people here? Then suddenly all the straight people die, and it's just gay people. And I was like, wait, what the fuck? Where'd you all come from? And then they all get eliminated, like so quickly. Oh, it was so chaotic. The cast.
At least they were born to
changes.
slay.
It's just so gaggy to me that they changed the cast so much. What?
At least they were born to slay.
Baby, you were born to slay.
Yeah.
Mad, straight or bi, lesbian, transgender life.
You know what we did see?
Arrested July.
The F1 movie.
Yeah, that was really good.
It was so good.
It was so
I
good.
was actually kind of gagged.
I love going to movies. To me, it felt like it ringed the same way inside me. Not in terms of like necessarily like how the movie went, but not necessarily how I felt afterwards either. But it gave me the same feeling as when I went to see Oppenheimer, expecting it to be absolutely shit, and it turned out to be an incredible movie. Because I walked into F1 going, I fucking hate cars. What the fuck am I going to enjoy about this?
We're here for Tate McRae.
I was literally say, I'm here for Doja Cat, but
they fumbled Tate McRae's song though.
They did not fumble Doja, baby.
Why?
Baby.
Tate McRae was treated so badly. No, but in saying that though, F1, great movie. Great
fucking movie. Incredible movie. Gagged me to the end of my life.
For real. Oh my god, talking about that, the new trailer for Fantastic Four came out today. Like,
another one?
oh, it was like a TV spot. It was not like...
Oh my god, you finally did it.
What? What?
You finally did it on the podcast.
The slapping noise? Oh no.
I've been waiting for you to do that.
Why?
Because it's gonna be my soundbite for every time something fucked happens.
I don't think that's the sound you were looking for.
Oh no, that's the sound I was looking for. Because it's the one that makes me feel so uncomfortable, makes my skin crawl. Now every single time that you do something embarrassing, I'm just gonna put that. Not that you do anything like that. Because you don't.
I feel uncomfortable right now. Get off me.
Oh no. Exploited.
Yeah, for real. Be the first time.
I'm so excited. I have waited a month and a half of recordings to get that soundbite.
I don't even know how to respond. I'm scared for what that soundbite's gonna be. I'm actually really scared. It'd be so funny. It's gonna be so funny if you actually just soundbite yourself and not me. Oh, that made me uncomfortable.
And now you get it.
No, I don't get it.
That is literally what it is.
Anyway.
Any cunt.
To cycle us back to mental health. I do think there is a chance that PTSD. Baba Yaga.
Baba Ganoush. That's a food, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I don't actually know.
Isn't Baba Yaga the house with chicken legs?
No, Baba Yaga. What is Baba Yaga? Let me check.
I'm pretty sure Baba Yaga is literally the house with chicken legs.
No, I'm pretty sure Baba Yaga is a witch.
Yeah, that lives in a house with chicken legs.
Let me see.
And she like merges with it.
What is it? Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga is like a Serbian
Wait,
Russian.
how do you spell it? Baba.
BABA.
Yeah. Yaga.
Yes, Yaga. Yaga. I hardly know her.
A Slavic folklore appearing as a supernatural being, often depicted as a witch or ogress who lives in a house that stands on chicken legs. You agree?
I know I was correct. I was obsessed with Baba Yaga when I was a kid.
Of course you were. I'm not surprised. Actually.
I don't know why I was obsessed with Baba Yaga as a kid.
Why am I not shocked at all? Like, that is so you. I feel like...
Me when I find a random Slavic lore and I'm like, yes, this is what I'm attaching myself to.
Yes, Diva.
It's because I used to read Tashi. Did you ever read the books Tashi?
Remind me.
I don't really know. It was like this little boy and he had this giant curly hat.
I think I did.
And I used to read those books obsessively. And one of them was about the Baba Yaga. And when I was like 7 years old, we had like book fair day and my mum literally sewed me a Tashi outfit. And there is a photo out there of me.
Oh my god! I love Tashi!
I love Tashi. Tashi deep cut.
I would show you, but I don't want to get copyrighted.
Here's the
thing. If it's here, it's here.
I was about to say boom.
It's up to Sam now. He's the editor.
I hate putting myself to work. I have it
I
together.
literally will send you the picture and then you'll put it on the podcast. It's not that much work.
And I'll complain about it, and I'll make a big deal out about it.
You will go to sleep and you'll be like, yay, editing!
This is the most interesting and riveting topic we've talked about all night.
Tashi,
No, me editing.
that is not the most riveting.
I was being facetious.
Girl, I'm too tired to know what that means.
I literally was going to say, do you need it?
I need a dictionary right now. Let me search it up.
Let's ask the audience. Do you guys know what facetious means?
How do you spell it? Facetious. Facilitate.
Wait, use
I'm not using text, speech to text
why
because
not?
I don't know what.
Let me do it.
Okay.
Facetious.
That makes sense.
I'm sorry, I'm too tired to spell.
Treating serious issues with deliberating and appropriate.
Can you say it clearly for the people at
Treating
home?
serious issues with deliberating. They've underlined it, so I had to do it like that. Inappropriate humor. Flippant.
Flippant. Do you know what flippant means?
Probably somewhat similar to. Well, it literally says not showing a serious or respectful attitude. So.
Everything I do with a little dash of facetiousness.
And flippant.
And flippiants.
And flippiants, yes. Well, look. People may think I get stupider when I'm tired, but honestly, I just don't think.
No, literally. So I've literally been begging and begging and begging.
Oh my god. Phase 5 of the MCU is finished now with Ironheart done?
I was thinking about that the other day and I was like, how the fuck are we finished Phase 5 of the MCU and we literally have not had one Avengers movie in so long, and I literally feel like not one phase has wrapped itself up properly or had a story arc. Like not one phase has felt like it's had a story arc to it, and it's pissed me to fuck off.
Do you feel like there was a story arc for every phase for the...
Yes. Because they all amounted in an Avengers movie.
So it's
And
building towards something, yeah,
It
I
was
guess.
all building towards one
But
movie where they all
nothing
came
really
together.
connected though.
Yes, they did. Phase 2 was so interconnected.
Yeah, but phase 1 wasn't.
Phase 1 was, we saw characters crossing over all the times. We saw Nick Fury, we saw S.H.I.E.L.D. S.H.I.E.L.D. connected
I guess,
all the films.
yeah, I guess that's true. Clock that. Anyway, what were you saying?
We were talking about the MCU.
Yeah, right before that.
I wasn't saying anything.
Oh.
Oh, wait, yes I was. I've lost it.
Sorry. My bad. I'll take responsibility for that one. I will actually, in fact, take responsibility for that one.
What I was gonna say was, I literally have been begging and begging for us to record our podcast during the day when it's not so late at night that my brain stops working.
Yeah.
And alas, here we are.
You know what? I don't think your brain has stopped working though.
Oh, it definitely has, bestie.
Yeah, that's fair. I still think this is quality content though.
Do you? I'm so glad someone does.
Clock. Stop. No one wants to see your feet.
Okay, I'll show my whole instead.
Well, I guess.
Boom!
Okay. We're actually, you know, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna bring it back to the topic of.
I literally was about to say, actually, let's keep going with the Divalicious theory of mental health.
Yes, because at the end of the day,
Okay.
you're here. Let me talk. Sorry.
Shut the fuck up and keep going.
At the end.
Wait, quote that one again. Shut the fuck up and keep going.
At the end of the day, what we're gonna do is we're gonna explain what being a diva really takes when it comes towards your mental health, and we're gonna make a list of 5 things, and we are going to explain them in the most facetious way possible.
I can't turn on facetiousness, bestie.
You are facetious.
Say it one more time.
No.
Say it 3 times really quick.
No, I can't even say it once, let alone 3 times. Anyway, so firstly, number 5. Get your sleep.
Okay, so how Diva Theory connects with the concept of mental health.
Okay, do you want to explain for the class what Diva Theory is?
So Diva Theory is this term that I have coined today that I will be carrying throughout all of our podcasts moving forward.
Yes.
And Diva Theory is going to be the groundwork of which we exist upon. And I hope all of you are so ready for that, because coming from your Diva mentors, Divalicious Dr. Brock and Divalicious Dr. Sam, or C, we will be educating you on Diva Theory. Diva Theory is essentially the theory of all things that relate to divaness.
Diva.
You know, you have physicians, you have biologists, and we're your divologists, and your divicians, and your Dr. Divas.
Divaology, the study of diva.
Yes.
Yeah. Look,
What is divology?
we can... Yeah, the study of diva.
The study of diva.
Ology is the study of. And then...
Ology is the... Ology.
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 Not the Georges. Not the Georges.
Girl, let me get up and do the...
I'm in touch.
Oh my god, I just felt all the water move around in my tummy. So as
It went back up. It's us as reflex. Oh, God. Jesus. Oh, it's happening again. Run.
I need to put water in my mouth's real dry.
Yeah. I'll talk while
Okay.
he's coughing.
Um,
Oh,
no,
no, you're good
I'll be
now?
back.
I waited too long.
okay. I think I survived. I'm not too sure though. I could be.
I will survive.
I could be dead right now. How would I know?
Well,
This is the
you're still
afterlife.
talking. Anyway,
Yes. So we are gonna relate, as many topics, whatever we want, back to Diva Theory. Oh my god, it's not gonna go away. You talk.
because Diva Theory is what makes us us. In the sense of divaness, and we are divas.
It's what makes a diva.
Exactly. So how can you be a diva if you don't have an understanding? Well, I'm not gonna say control, but control, and a little bit of a deep dive into your own mental health. And it is important because at the end of the day, if you don't understand yourself,
How the hell are you gonna understand
somebody else. Coin that. No, we're gonna get copyrighted so fast if we say that. Real back.
Wait, hold on. There's something I wrote in my notes the other day that I wanted to bring onto the.
When it comes towards your mental health, I think it's really important for to take a look back not only into maybe something that...
That's boring. I literally just wrote in my notes that on this episode of the podcast I should mention that I'm the touch-staffed final boss. But
So, to talk about mental health, let's talk about Sam's for a second. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
no, like literally, let's get into it. Like, let's get into
Get
it.
into it, Diva. We're nearly at the end of the episode.
Because
we've been into it.
Because this is, I think I'm such a good petri dish for a diva with a mental health, a diabolical mental health routine.
Deficiency.
What?
Deficiency.
Mental health deficiency.
No, I thought you... What I thought you said. I thought you said a diva iron deficiency.
Diva iron deficiency. Girl, the new mental disorder is a diva iron deficiency. Actually, most divas do have an iron deficiency.
That is true.
Divas have iron deficiencies.
Someone should do a research on that. We should do a research on that. So, in the context of our own experience as, well, queer people and as divas, I think when it comes to my mental health, what really, really, really does it for me is just taking a moment each day and reflecting on one thing you are grateful for. And I know that seems like so simple, blah, 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 but it isn't. Because at the end of the day, when you have had a tough day and there are things going on in your life, you're going to want to say, everything sucks, blah, 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 breakdown, cry, wah, wah, wah. But be a diva, stand up for yourself, and just come to the realization that you will be okay. And do a tarot card reading.
I think that it's so healthy to try and reflect on at least like one thing that you're proud of. That you're proud of yourself for. That you've overcome.
Jesus.
It's really, really cold in this room, and I think my throat hates me for it. So I'm gonna just get up close to the mic and be really intimate with you all.
If you cough into my mic. I needed that to be silent because I wanted everyone to hear every single sound that was. It's still happening. Jesus Christ. It's. This is the most unhinged podcast we've had so far. Like a dungeon.
Like a dungeon dragon. Where was I? So yes, essentially.
Just remember, you're now closest to the mic. So just. Oh my God! Get back up.
No.
You're peaking.
You're peaking.
Literally not.
You're peaking young.
Look at the difference.
I know. I was talking about you in your life.
Good. I'll peak now. And I won't ever stop peaking because it's just gonna go up and up and up.
Mm-hmm. Sure, Jan.
There's just higher peaks. Oh my God! Can we please cut that out?
I literally do not know what's going on. Yo, I'm actually fucking physically dying. This is it. This is the end for me. We're trying to tell you about Diva Theory, and I'm literally dying. Like, I'm literally 6 feet under. Like, literally.
We're done with the Diva Theory. We're up to mental health now.
Like, genuinely, you should be digging my grave.
No.
Why aren't you in the backyard digging my grave?
Because that's work.
Oh, that's right.
Don't.
I'm joking.
I know you are. That's why I said don't. I do feel like when it comes, a lot of people don't consider mental health as.
I literally was.
Can you just sit up? You cannot be seen by the camera right now.
Keep going.
When it comes to, so there are different factors that go into mental health. Obviously, and not just mental health, but. You know, you have your physical health, you have, your diet, you have your exercise, you have...
Okay, hold on. But these are all topics of, like, a facet of mental health which is very commonly known. And it's, like, a very, like, base level, like, this is how you take care of your mental health. This is how you, like, look after yourself. Well, yes, if you actually have the...
because... Sorry to cut you off. I was trying to get a point across. I don't think mental health is talked about enough. So I do think people need to understand the basis of that.
I agree, but that's not what we're here for. There's a million other resources in the world for people to go and actually find out what mental health is and how to take care of it. Now, how it relates to Diva Theory, though, is the embodiment of, like, to actually be a diva, you have to take care of your mental health in a very, very specific way. And you can't be doing that on a basic level, because a basic level is just like
correct.
A baseline.
So when it comes to a diva diet, when it comes to
a diva doesn't eat. I'm joking.
Okay, speak for yourself.
Skinny, baby skinty. No, but like I just feel like okay, but no, like genuinely, you can actually. There's so many resources. We'll link a couple in the link in the bio to actually go and look into like ways to like look after your mental health across the board. But like directly in relation to Divalicious, right? Like if you think about what a diva is at their base level, right? It's someone who is powerful, who is empowered, who is inspirational, who is self-sufficient, who is capable of seeing their own strength and power, and they stand on their shit and they own that, and they run the world. Who runs the world? Girls.
Divas. And with that note.
And what do you mean with that note?
I think that's a good place to end for today.
I'm literally just getting started.
Default.
Hold on. This is me beginning. What the fuck? I've got 10 minutes left. I'm going to rant this shit out.
Okay.
Now, to look after that very specific side of mental health, it takes a really, really cautious hand to nurture the type of mentality you want to be in. So you've got to first of all, obviously you've got to know your self-worth, which takes a lot of work. But then you also have to stand on that. And very simple practices for doing that is what?
We can cut this part out, but I do think you're causing crackle on that mic.
I can guarantee you I'm not.
Okay. Go with it.
I'm literally sitting in front of it.
No, okay.
Rah, like a dungeon dragon. Rah. No, but I do think this is really interesting because literally a diva is someone that so many people would look at and be like, that is such an incredible person.
Yeah, but isn't it so interesting that everyone has a different diva?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure my diva would be different to your diva.
What do you mean?
Not really.
One diva? I have hundreds of divas.
Yes, of course, and some of those divas overlap. But obviously there are divas that we probably maybe don't agree on. Maybe don't agree on is the wrong word.
You think?
No, maybe not. I don't know. I take it back. Actually, I don't take it back. I just don't really know what I'm talking about.
Okay. So am I the professor and you're the student of diva nature?
No.
Baby, let's get into that.
You don't even know your own mental health. How are you meant to know Diva
I do
Theory?
know my own mental health. Thank you very much. I struggle with it, but I know it. I know it very, very well.
At least he's honest with himself, people. At least he's honest with himself, Diva Nation.
We're in a relationship. A push back and forth, and that's it. You've got to be aware of where you're at. But the actual art of being a diva, is seriously, I think at a base level, it is literally just knowing your worth. It is knowing that you are capable
and standing on your shit.
Every single person in the world is good at something, and they are good at being themselves. And you stand on that. You ground in on that. You come home every single night and go, "I'm proud of this. I'm grateful for this thing that happened, and that's it. I did another day of being me, doing it authentically, and eating that shit up." And you sit down with it, you go, "I slayed that," and you get up and you walk out of the house the next day and go, "I'm going to give it my all, period. I'll come home, even if I can't give it my all, I'll do the very best I can with what I can do today. And I'll come home and I'll do the same fucking thing." And you stand on your shit, and you period that.
But
and that's literally being a diva.
And that is literally the first step of being a diva.
That's literally the first step.
Literally just being yourself.
Because if you genuinely think about all the divas in the world, one thing that they all fucking have in common is that they're doing it their way.
And being themselves.
They're owning that shit, and you can tell that they're giving it the fucking most.
And there is no one like you, so why be someone else?
Do your big one. As Miss MIB would say, do your fucking thing, girl. Do your fucking thing, girl. That's it. Do your fucking thing. Do your fucking thing. A diva doesn't cater to what everybody thinks. That kind of ate.
He's a poet and didn't even know it.
I did know it, baby. Wow, it only took until 12:20 for me to wake up.
And with that, we're ending the episode.
Why are you trying to end the episode 5 minutes early?
I'm not trying to end the episode 5 minutes early. I'm trying to give you easier editing time. And I'm also trying to live life. Get your life.
Get your life. I feel like we literally just said absolutely nothing of value for an hour straight.
I think it's very valuable.
I'm gonna have to do so much meme editing on this episode.
The fact that you think you need to rely on cheap gimmicks like memes is crazy.
I hate when you put words in my mouth.
That was my words to you, not in your mouth.
That was you putting words in my mouth.
No, that was me speaking my mind to you.
That was you falsely interpreting what I'm fucking doing.
I literally just responded to what you said.
This is evil.
Okay, look in the mirror for once.
I know, I literally was just thinking that. I was like, you know what? I can't get away with calling you a walrus. And then sit back and think I can't. Like,
I think I'm just gonna take it. Like, come on now.
Exactly. Like, you don't even take it, period. Like,
Did he lie? Did he fucking lie?
I'm a bottom. I should be good at taking it.
Well, you're a power bottom though.
I am a power bottom, baby. I'm great at taking it. Exceptional.
Yeah. But yes, that we're gonna leave you with that today. Be yourself. Don't be no one else. Be a diva.
And men with Mars are so fucking sexy.
Sure.
It's so sexy, man. That's so sexy.
All right. We love you, divas. Mwah.